Hi friends, it's Steffi. So today I'm going to be giving you guys advice on things like when you go trick-or-treating and like when you go to a Halloween party, because I want you guys to be safe on Halloween. And giving you guys this advice a few weeks in advance I think is a good idea, because then you'll see when I give you the advice. So I'm gonna do trick-or-treating first, and if you see wind and you hear my door slamming, it's because I have the window open because it's nice and chill outside, and I don't want to put the fan on because that makes so much noise. But yeah, I have my window open, so if you see the wind blowing in my hair, it's because the window's open. So yeah, so trick-or-treating. When you're going trick-or-treating, I suggest everyone, and this should be a common sense, to take someone with you. Well, you just never know what's gonna happen. And I think it's better to go with a big group of people versus just like another person. But in any case, just take someone with you. Don't go by yourself, because that's kind of dangerous, because anyone could dress up in a Halloween costume and just kidnap you, and they're like, oh no, this is my kid, and blah blah. They could just take someone with you. Another thing that you want to do when you're trick-or-treating is I suggest you bring a flashlight or a mini flashlight or something that you could carry around without it being too heavy, because especially if you're planning on trick-or-treating until like there's no one outside anymore, bring a flashlight with you, because there are some neighborhoods that don't have street lights, and it's dangerous to go into those neighborhoods without a flashlight because you can't see anything. So yeah. When you're going trick-or-treating, I suggest you wear something reflective, like a hat or like a wristband, just in case, because you never know when a car is not going to stop because they can't see you, especially if you have a costume that's super dark. Having something reflective will have, the car can see that with the light shining off of it. You can even maybe try and find a trick-or-treating bag that is reflective. I don't know if they make those, but just have something reflective. Maybe if you have glitter on your costume, that's good. That's reflective, right? Another thing I suggest you do, this is more like after you trick-or-treat, but before you eat any candy, check it. Check if something sharp accidentally gets into your bag, or make sure that you don't have any open candy, because open candy is like people touch that with their hands and it's nasty, and you don't want your kids to get sick and stuff like that. And just in case someone drops something sharp in there, you don't want your kids to accidentally eat it thinking that it's candy. So please check your kids' bags after you trick-or-treat, or check your own bag. Another thing, and this is optional, but I suggest that you guys bring water bottles with you. It could be like a small one. I don't know, a small one. It could be a small bag, and you could keep it in your trick-or-treating bag. And you just never know when you're gonna be really thirsty. Sometimes when I'm trick-or-treating, when I was younger, I would get so thirsty that I was like, you know what? Because I would have to come back to my house, get some water, and then continue trick-or-treating. So I don't want to have to go back to my house to get water. So just make sure you have some water with you if you're that kind of person who likes to trick-or-treat a lot and until the next day. If you are a kid that is being allowed to trick-or-treat but then falls for the first time, bring a cell phone with you. I don't know if you have a cell phone at this time. I'm pretty sure a lot of kids nowadays, even if they're not in high school yet, have a cell phone. I still have a flip phone, but whatever. Just bring a cell phone with you, because you never know something bad's gonna happen. You need to call 911 if you need to call your parents. And same thing with the parents. Please have your phone on you at all times, just in case your kid calls you. You don't know how many times a kid has called their parents and the phone was like not near them at all. So please always have like in your pocket, or you don't have pockets in your woman, keep it in your bra or whatever. Or if you have a shirt like mine, it has like a pocket right here, keep it in the pocket in your shirt. Like, it's not that hard to carry a cell phone with you at all times. This one is not really a safety tip, it's more like if you are greedy for candy. So if you are a person who's greedy for candy and you go into neighborhoods that give you a lot of candy, I suggest you take 2 bags with you. Now, I don't mean like 2 disposable bags. You could take 1 disposable bag, like a cloth bag that people usually use to trick-or-treat with, and then a plastic bag that you could just stuff in your other bag, and then you could just take it out for later. Because I remember one year I went trick-or-treating and my bag was so full, and we were still trick-or-treating, that I had to actually stop going to houses, or I had to like start stuffing it in my coat pocket, because when I trick-or-treat I would always bring a jacket because it was always cold on Halloween, which I hate that. But anyways, I would always stuff candy in my pockets when I went to those neighborhoods because I didn't have enough bag room. And especially if you have a parent with you, they could hold your other bag. So yeah, bring an extra like plastic bag with you if you're like gonna want to get a lot more candy. So yeah, it's good to have weapons as a costume, but when you're trick-or-treating, that could be kind of a hassle, especially if you're walking around all day. You don't want to have to hold it all the time. So if you are planning on trick-or-treating, I suggest that you pick a costume that doesn't really have a big weapon, because you don't want to have to carry that around while also trying to carry your candy. I did this once, and I just ended up dropping my weapon and leaving it there. I didn't care. It was like cheap anyways. But if you are just going to a Halloween party, then go ahead and dress up as whoever you want that has a big ass weapon. Do it. So this is more for when you go to a party. So when you go to a Halloween party and you're going to drink, do not let that drink go. Don't put it down anywhere. Don't leave it unattended, because maybe it's a friend's party and everyone there is everyone else's friends, but you never know that someone's gonna like spike your drink or anything. So if you need to go to the bathroom, I would suggest actually drinking it out, or just if you come back to the drink, just throw it out in a plant or something, because you don't want to risk getting drugged or anything. If you're going to go to a Halloween party and you are planning on drinking, make sure you have someone who's going to be a designated driver if you need to get home in a car. Not everyone at parties wants to drink, mostly because maybe the next day they have to go to work and they can't drink, or they are underage but they could drive, you know what I mean? So if you're going to drink, make sure that the person who's going to drive you home either is not going to drink because they have work, or is underage and they could just drive you home. So yeah, make sure you have a designated driver. And if you are planning on drinking and you don't have a car to go home and you're planning on taking the bus, I suggest you don't drink a lot, because if you're going to take the bus home and you're super drunk, I'm pretty sure they're not going to let you on the bus. And especially at night, if you're trying to walk to the bus stop, you could have someone accidentally kidnap you and you're not knowing because you're that drunk and like almost passing out. So please, if you're gonna go to a Halloween party and planning on drinking, make sure you have a way to get home safely. And if you can't go home safely, make sure you could ask ahead of time of the owner of the house if you could like sleep over somewhere on the floor or somewhere in the house, and just tell them, oh, I don't have a designated driver and I can't take the bus, I'm just drunk, can I just like crash on your couch until tomorrow or something like that. And just make sure that it's okay with them that you pass out anywhere. Just make sure. It's always nice to make sure. So if you're planning on dancing a lot at these Halloween parties, I suggest you drink a lot of water as well, and not just alcohol, because you can get dehydrated fast like that, and I don't think alcohol helps. But drink water if you're planning on dancing, and especially if you're in a hot, dark Halloween costume, make sure you bring I would say bring an extra pair of clothes so you could change out of it while you're dancing, or if you just want to refresh yourself. This is my last piece of advice, and this is for everyone on Halloween. Please be aware of your surroundings. Look both ways when crossing the street. Make sure you know who's around you. Just make sure you know who's around you, and that just make sure you look at everyone in the eye before you start doing whatever you're gonna do, because you need to know, just in case you get kidnapped by someone who's near you. You need to know how they look like not just their costume, but their face. Make sure you can see their face, and if not, don't go near them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there are any if there's any tips that I forgot to mention, please comment down below. And thank you guys for watching. And again, I'm sorry that if the way I talk sounds weird. I have my retainer in on my bottom teeth. I explained it in another video why I have that on, but yeah. And sorry if the room is echoey, but I took the rugs out of my room and the room became super echoey once I took out the rugs. So sorry about that. Maybe it's not a bad thing, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.